Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mackie and welcome to today's little fun video thing that's going on. I'm so confused. If you saw the title, we're gonna try to be reading 5 library books in 5 days to help me get ahead of my Goodreads little reading goal. Because it's the new year, I don't want to be behind on it, and I did end up successfully finishing last year's goal. I'd set I think 35 books and I'd end up reading 80, which that blew my mind because I was just in such a slump. The year before that I read like maybe 5 books, and the years before that nothing. So the fact that I managed to read 80 in a year is very impressive, and the number doesn't really count, but just for the funsies, you know. I did end up going to the library today. I went to the one in my school. I ended up taking this book, The Mysterious Affair Styles by Agatha Christie. A friend has been recommending it for so long. She read it, she was just like hyping it up so hard, and she just thought it's gonna be something I enjoy. Because if you've watched all of my past videos, I love reading Agatha books, but the thing is, these days they aren't really hitting as hard for me. I just need something that's gonna blow my mind. Because I read Murder of Roger Ackroyd, I believe, and that shook me. I just need something like it. If you've got Rex, please comment them below. But the thing is, I picked this up, and honestly, not a bad decision. This might be me being delulu, but the book is like 300 pages long. I'm on page 165, chapter 8. Honestly, I really think I can just finish it today. I have some editing to get to, but I think I'll just do that later. I'm just in the mood to be reading it. It's flowing so well. I'm having such a good time. I'm in the zone right now, and I don't want to like interfere and disturb with that because I haven't been in an Agatha mood lately, and this is just really doing it for me. So this book essentially is about this really like rich woman, and she dies off I think one day because she's been like poisoned. And then our favorite detective, Poirot, this is his very first case, by the way. That blew my mind and I'm loving it. He's called in to like investigate, help figure out if she was poisoned actually or it was just some sort of like natural death, and it turns out it was murder. But it's not making sense. But she was married to a younger man. He had stepsons, and there are all these like suspicious people in her like family who could have potentially killed her off because her previous husband, the dad of those stepsons, he left his entire like fortune and styles the mansion to her. The thing is, she was like so rich to the point where people could have envied her for that or whatever. So someone killed her off with poisoning, tried to sell it off as a natural death, or tried pinning it on someone else. I can't explain Agatha books to save my life. Just know it's really good. I'm having a good time. A rich woman dies. It's a murder mystery. We have a detective coming to solve it. That's all you need to know. So I'm just gonna go continue reading. I think this might be my first and very last update I'm giving for this book because I just want to go sit and binge it. It's that kind of book. It's been a while since I've been wanting to do this. And with all the Christmas books I've been reading, or I read technically, because it's January, I just needed something like this because I'm in a bit of a slump and this is really helping things. So this was a good video idea. 5 books in 5 days. I think I can finish this today and be done. I do want to continue this video all throughout January though, and the thing is I'm starting filming in the second week. It's Monday the 8th. And I don't really know how I'm gonna work that. Maybe I'll just borrow like a book on ebook or something like that because I'm gonna go every Monday, I think. That makes 4 Mondays. You do not care, but I'm still gonna explain this. So I think we'll do 4 physical books and like 1 audiobook or something because like they're everything to me, you know. I get so much done. So I'll go look at my library, I'll see what they have available, go borrow something, let's see. But so far so good. I'm having a great time with this book. I'm just gonna go finish it. I'm not gonna go edit. I'm gonna put aside all my duties. I'm just gonna go curl up there on my bed and finish this because that's what I feel like doing. That's it for my like really huge update. I'm gonna stop rambling now because I do too much sometimes. And I will see you in a bit, hopefully when I'm done with this book. I don't know if it's me being delulu, but it's like 9 o'clock at night right now. Yeah, exactly. So maybe I can just sit down and like binge it, you know, because I started it, I'm not even joking, I started it 2 hours ago and I'm already like this far in. I do not read so fast. I read maybe 40 pages an hour, which means I should be like 80 pages in, but here we are at 165, which is double. Tell me how I binge her book so fast. What is going on? So anyway, I'm gonna go finish it. I have like less than half left because it's 300 pages long. I have been rambling. I'm having a good time. So pat on the back for that, and I think we're making it towards my Goodreads goal for this year. That I've set it to 50. I want to be ahead of it. I don't want to be behind because that's just not a good feeling. And I want to start the new year off fun. I'm gonna go read this now. I'm having a good time. I will see you guys hopefully in a bit. Okay, so as you can tell, I have about like 100 pages, a little over 100 left. Chapter 9, I have my predictions as to who it might be. I'm trying not to spoil anything for you, but I have my guesses. I'm on the edge of my seat. I can't wait to know what happens because like I'm left in the dark right now. But also I'm having so much fun. I recommend this book in case you're like in a slump or something. But anyway, I'm gonna go now because like I'm actually dying to find out who's done it. So it's literally like 3 in the morning. And I wasn't reading till 3, I was up because I was uploading. But also I finished the book, so that's your good news. Or my good news, technically. I binged it, I loved it. I'm coming in to update with my thoughts tomorrow. But just know, this book, it's so good, I'm freaking out. Pulled me right out of my Agatha Christie slump, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hello guys, it is now Friday the 12th. I got so confused. It's Friday the 12th and yeah. And I actually just filmed, or not just, a while back I filmed like a little bit of like my thoughts on the previous book and the book I started for today, which is day 2 of our little challenge. And then I went back to look on it just now, and I figured out that it's not there, like I can't find it. So I really feel incredibly dumb right now because I think I just did not hit record. I don't know, I felt like it was all fine, but turns out I didn't. So here we are, take 2 of me trying to give you my thoughts for The Mysterious Affair Styles, which I finished, and starting a new book. So now this book actually, it is Hercule Poirot, the detective by Agatha. His first like appearance in her like little mini-series. And I know it's the first book in it, but they can be read in any order. I think that there is an order on Goodreads wherein you don't spoil the other books for yourself, but you can just read them as complete standalones, it doesn't matter. But if I were to recommend, I would highly just say you go in order, you go read the first one, read the second. It's not compulsory, but the way it built him up as a character, my mind was blown. So after the very last clip you saw me reading, I just sat, I binged the book. I think I stopped reading at like, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning. And that's just saying something because the next day was a school day and I literally just did not care. Everything in me was like, I need to finish this book. I need to find out who did it because it's the who done it. I just, oh my god, an end reveal, I was just so shook. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think anything has hit me stronger. Or it has. Some have. But the way, this is just such a comeback because some of the previous books I've read by her in complete succession last month, December, and a few months before that, they weren't hitting. And then this one suddenly just broke all standards. I read in a day. That's how the challenge is, and I had a good time. I'm gonna give this like a 4 stars because it was not incredible. It was a little slow to start with a bunch of characters and it got a little confusing. But it's a really good first book for the series, and after you read this, you can maybe go read the second one, Word of Roger Ackroyd. That is the one I gave 5 stars. I gave the second one 5 stars as well. Don't know if that actually deserves it. I'm gonna have to reread. Those are so good. So this is a good foundation for you to read before you get to that. And so I would recommend this one. It's really good for what it is. And yeah, 4 stars is an amazing read. It's an amazing choice for starting all this video strong. So then I do remember coming in and telling you guys that very same day. So this is day 2. On day 1, which was Monday, I came and said that I would like to go ahead, check Libby, my local library, see what audiobooks they have so I can like listen to an audiobook, something like that, alright? And so I actually went ahead just right after that and I put a hold on a couple of audiobooks, a couple of popular little ones that I just decided that, you know what, I want to give them a shot, I want to try them, see what they're about. And the hold of one of them actually came through today. And so I started reading the Rom-Com Agenda on audiobook. Okay, so the Rom-Com Agenda, this book, is essentially about this guy who like literally gets down on one knee and proposes to his girlfriend, who then proceeds to reject him, and she, I think, flies all the way across country. She goes to Europe to study art or something like that, and she just completely ditches him. And so he like kind of sinks into this like state of, not depression exactly, but the way he's behaving and obsessing over her is kind of annoying. And that's basically what happens. He is not over her. He can't move on. So he and his friends, they make this like little plan of how he should get better. He should become a better man, change himself up, so he can like seek her out again and she can fall back in love with him. And before you think, oh no, okay, it's a romance between the boyfriend and his ex, and it's like a second chance, something cute. Nope. There was a girl overhearing their conversation by accident in the like little boathouse that was just outside the... it was beside the dock where he was proposing, and she overheard the entire thing, and it's basically between the guy and her. She works all these like different jobs, so when his friends are trying to give him this like makeover and implementing this master plan on him of how he should like get his beard shaved, get his hair cut, do some, different things, get a tattoo, which doesn't happen, I don't think so. But essentially when he's doing all these things, she's working on these different jobs and they keep coming into contact. So the friend group, they essentially make her join in, and now she's like spending all this time with him and they're like forced to be together because of the makeover, and then he's starting to fall for her, but he's not ready to admit it. He still thinks he's into his ex and he's doing all this for the ex. And so it's essentially like a 320-page novel. And so far I'm like 200 pages into it. If my update wouldn't have gone wrong or whatever, you would have seen my reactions at the beginning. And it started off great, but then after that it slowly just like went down. How do I describe it? At the moment that I'm at 200 pages in, 250 pages in, this man has been still actively obsessing over his ex-girlfriend, and this is supposed to be a romance between him and the other girl. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. I don't even know what to say. I'm not enjoying this book in the least. Anyone who recommended it to me, I do not understand at this point. See, because in some books that I don't enjoy personally, I still see what people like saw in them to like love them. But I mean, what are people literally seeing in this book? Because it's literally just this guy obsessing over his ex, and like anytime he's getting close to this girl, he's just like, oh no, I'm doing all of this for my ex-girlfriend. And then he makes sure to like remind the girl of that. And then the girl's getting like heartbroken, but she's like not going away from him, and it just feels like this whole toxic situation. And it's supposed to be a rom-com that's not toxic. So here we are. I don't really have anything to say about the writing style. It's just like written, it's written in a way there's more conversation, and I love that aspect. And the way the things are like pictured are like done really well, but I don't really know, honestly. I think I'm just like ready to finish this book at this point, so I'm blacking out. The only good thing about this book is the fact that in his like little makeover process to like make him a better man for his girlfriend, the ex, they are making him like watch all these like rom-coms and like all these romantic movies, so he like gets inspiration from all the like big guys who have done it correct. So Love Actually, Say Anything, all those good old ones, okay, from the 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, The Princess Bride. I don't really remember. There was a whole ass list, and I've actually watched a couple of that list and I really like them, so the list seems cool. I've got a few nice recommendations, I guess, to look forward to now. But the whole point of me reading the book was not to go in for romantic movie recommendations, it was for the book itself, which I'm not enjoying. I'm not going to DNF this book. I need to finish it in this video anyhow. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not having a good time. I'm just ready to get it done with. So I think that's what I'm going to do. While I've been listening to the audiobook, I've been working on an art project that is actually due. So today's Friday. I think it's like due on Monday, which is why I want to finish at least today or tomorrow and just have it done with. So, it's off my head. But I've been working like a mad woman since morning, which is why the book is almost over. And I'm actually trying to create. So I can't show you the project. I'm going to turn the camera around and show it to you, but I can't pick it up and show it to you because it's all pieces at the moment. It'll fall apart. But essentially, this is something I found when I googled Picasso. We're essentially supposed to do like remakings of like famous artworks or whatever, and this was one of the things I found. Now I don't know if it's one of his original works or it's just something someone came up with, but my teacher approved of it. She says the style is fine. We're essentially just supposed to go with the style, and this does look like Picasso style with the shapes and everything. So I'm trying to recreate the whole thing in like little crochet pieces in these different colors and then stitch them all up together to put on my canvas to finally make the whole thing in crochet, because that's my style and I want to recreate it. So essentially all I've been doing all day long is taking my like little yarn ball and my hook, and I've just been like going at it, and I'm having a good time doing this and listening on audio, but the audio I'm listening to is not fun. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing now. Hopefully we'll get it done in this video. If we don't get it done today, the second audiobook that I put a little like hold for, it's supposed to come in over the weekend, something like that. So I really don't mind listening to this, finishing it out, trying to finish as much of this as I can. And then once I'm done with this, or how much if I'm done with, the remainder will go for the next audiobook and we listen to the next audiobook for day 3. I don't know. I haven't figured it out completely, but I'm just thinking we'll do something like that so I can just get it done with and submit it, because I think it accounts for like 50% of my grade. I don't want to mess this up. So I'm going to show it to you now, and then I'm going to go. I want to just finish the book out before the day gets over, because it's still the reading 5 library books in 5 days challenge to get further in my Goodreads goal. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to show this to you in a sec. And after that, yeah, I'm just supposed to be babysitting my younger sister now. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm taking this with me downstairs. But after I do that, I'm just gonna be working on this the entire evening. I don't have thoughts to give you apart from how I really am not enjoying the book. So I think I'm just gonna go, finish this out, come back. and then write to you guys about how the guy is still so obsessive about his ex and why I'm doing this, but here we are. And then yeah, that's it. I'll see you. Okay guys, so it's been some time since I told you I'd come show this to you. I've just been sitting here. I've just been like continuing with the book. I still hate it, but I've made some decent project progress. So I'm just going to show it to you before I have to go off and babysit my younger sister. So this is supposed to be my inspiration. It's just one of those Picasso painting things I told you, and this is what I'm working with. I'm like crocheting all these like little pieces. I know it looks terrible right now. I'm hoping it'll get better, because if it doesn't, I don't really have anything else I can submit. But essentially it's like this little like crochet collage thing I'm doing, wherein I'm trying to recreate this thing in terms of crochet, and it looks horrible right now, but you're just gonna have to wait to see if it comes through or not. Taking a pretty decent chunk of my time, so we shall see how it goes, and I will show it to you maybe if I'm done by the end of this vlog. I probably will be, because it's like 5 days long, this vlog, and I think I'm supposed to just finish it by tonight or tomorrow. So I will show it to you once I'm done, hopefully. I'm gonna try to finish the rom-com agenda tonight, so I will see you soon. I'm hating this book. I'm like 300 pages in now, so I only have 20 left, and I'm just having such a bad time, honestly. But yeah, I'm just ready to get it done with, ready to mark it off my little Goodreads tab, start something new. So I'll see you guys hopefully in a bit, and yeah, goodbye. Hi guys, so it's day 3 of our little like challenge, and I just wanted to come in quickly to say that I actually ended up finishing the rom-com agenda. I'm sorry, okay, I can't take that book seriously. Honestly, I didn't like it. It just wasn't for me. Every little thing. Honestly, this book was like the embodiment for me of the word ick, because it was just not it, and I was just not having it. The guy, up until like the second last chapter, he's just like trying to solve his ex's issues, and his actual girlfriend, the other girl, she's like got all these attachment problems which are like justified, and he's just not helping with that. He's gone off till the very end, running after his ex and trying to help her with her problems until her life is sorted, and he can finally pay attention to this girl. And I don't know, I just didn't really like it. The guy wasn't it. The girl, I don't blame her in any way, because I feel like she was written fine. It's just the guy was giving me, you know, the ick, because he was just doing all these things. I'm sorry, no. Reading like books like Marriage for One, which I gave 5 stars, which is also a romance book, made me higher my expectations to the point where if it's not done right, or if there's one tiny little thing as well, it just makes or breaks the book for me. So this book, it wasn't it for me. The way they behaved, the way the guy behaved was so annoying. I didn't have complaints with the girl. She was like fine. Sometimes she was a little annoying as well, but the guy was infuriating and I hated it. And then this morning I actually ended up starting the other library book, the audiobook that came on through the hold, through Libby. It actually just came in, and it's called Booked on a Feeling. Pretty cover. Honestly, before anything, the cover is so cute. I need to mention that. But I'm actually 10 chapters in. Okay, so I'm 139 pages through a 312 page book exactly. And I have exactly 173 pages left to finish this book off. I came in to give you guys my thoughts because I've been working on my art project like non-stop. And then I had a bit of a nap in the evening because I was just not able to stay awake. Almost done making all the like little pieces before I like get them back together and do all of that. But I'll tell you that in a sec. The book, like I said, I'm 140 pages about through a 300 page book, which is like almost halfway, and honestly I don't have any particular strong feeling toward it. I think I'm just like not enjoying rom-coms anymore. I don't know, like this one isn't bad. It's like a Friends to Lovers. The girl, she's like this like overachieving lawyer, but her job is not like thrilling her or satisfying her anymore. And the guy, he works for his his family brewery, and that is not satisfying him. So they both feel like they are under accomplishing and they're not happy with what they're doing. So they're both trying to like find some sort of escape. So he's trying to apply for jobs in the city so he can be close to her. And she comes back to the town where he's at with his family to spend like a 3-week break and, you know, just get her head off the stuff, because she's just not excited about work. And she thinks she might have like gotten burnt out because of how hard she works. So she comes there for like 3 weeks, whatever, and you can already see sparks are flying. They don't really know it themselves, but both of them secretly like each other. And it's Friends to Lovers, so they're like, I don't want to be the one who tells the other one, because I don't want the friendship to get spoiled. It's 20 years long. And that trope just does things to me. I don't know, I love Friends to Lovers, the trope. But essentially, she's in the town, and there's this like failing bookstore, I'd say, in the town as well. Basically almost where she lives, or where she's, you know, renting a place out in the town. And so as her little like project, so she's still entertained, she's trying to like fix this bookstore and bring it back to life and just help it not fail. She's like sad because she loves books. She's a book girly. She's got all these things she's saying where she's got like a TBR and like she can't abandon that, but she's got books on her wish list, and she's just saying all these things which I'm really vibing with. But the point is, she wants to fix the bookstore just because she feels like really bad for it, and because she's like bored and she doesn't have anything to do anyway. So she ropes the guy into it, and both of them are like finding passion in doing that because they weren't in their previous jobs, and neither of them know what to make of it. But also, while they're working at the bookstore, they're spending all these like quiet hours together, and it's just so cute. They're falling in love, alright, and they don't realize it. They're both scared to make the first step, and then these little things are happening, and they're both like overthinking it and being like, the other one probably doesn't care, I should stop it. And I'm sorry, what? Why is this so cute? Yeah, it was a bit slow to get into. I think it took about 100 pages for us to even get to the mark of where she came and she started working at the bookstore. But after that, it's just been so nice and sweet. Like, it's nothing remarkable, but it's just the little things that I'm really enjoying. All I know for now is that it's much better than the rom-com agenda. Pining over the ex when you're supposed to go after someone else is just not the right move for me. But this one, however, they're like both dedicated to each other, but they don't want to say it. The guy, he's been in love with her since they were kids, but he thinks he's not good enough. And she's gone back to the country. She's finding her like love for him. She's finding all these things, and she's like, oh my god, I should stop. And no, girly, I don't know, this book is really getting me excited and happy, so I think this was a better pick. But I'm having a good time. I'm gonna show you my progress on the project, but the thing is, I need to finish by tonight anyhow, and because of the little nap I took, it's currently 8:14, so it's kind of late, and I kind of really just don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, because this is obviously going to take a few hours at least, and that's fine because I have time to listen to the audiobook, but I need to get this done today anyhow. So I think I'm basically just gonna have to glue myself to this room and promise not to get out until this is fully done. I'm gonna show you my progress in a sec, and we can finish the audiobook as well. This challenge is actually smooth sailing because I'm having such a good time and things are just going by so smooth. But yeah, so far so good. I'm really liking Book Ton of Feeling. Chapter I just read, I think it was chapter 9 because I'm on chapter 10 right now. My jaw was on the ground. Please let me finish reading this, and if I really like it, I'm gonna go and beg you guys to read the book despite all the like negative reviews I've been seeing, because I was a little scared getting into it, but I'm just really liking it. It's so cute. It's like a palate cleanser. Perfect. It's like cheesy, cringy, but like not cringy in the ick way. We know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm having a good time. I'm just gonna go get back to it. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna see you guys in a bit. I need to work on this now, and yeah. Okay guys, so I've made a lot of good progress since the last time I showed it to you. It still looks terrible, honestly. I wish I could make it look better, but it doesn't. So we're gonna have to deal with it until I put it all together, and that's when it'll finally start to show up. But the only thing I have left is this like little yellow piece I'm doing for there. You see that yellow part beside the eye? I can't really point it because one hand I'm holding the camera and the other I'm trying to show it to you. Oh, I'm holding the canvas, but basically I'm trying to make this part yellow so I can like match that. I think I'm just gonna go work on finishing this first, then I have to like stitch the pieces up, leave these like little ends in and stitch these things on top, like the eyes, the facial details, whatever. And after that, I don't really know how I want to put it on the canvas. I think I want to do like a bit of like a border around the whole thing and then wrap it around the canvas somehow. So that I'll figure out later. Let the future self deal with all the problems. And for now, I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm just gonna try working on this white part and make it yellow. And I want to finish by tonight anyhow. This is really taking too long and I need to submit it. So I think I'm just gonna go work on it like as much as I can and binge the rest of the audiobook. So I'll catch up with you guys when hopefully I'm done. I don't want to be giving too many updates and boring you if you really just hate it. But yeah. I'm gonna come in a bit and I'll see you guys soon. Well guys, it's been some time. I finished that. I ran out of yarn, so I went with orange. I don't know. Okay, don't ask questions. I'm currently on chapter 15, about page 200. It's like 195-ish, but I'm gonna say 200. And honestly, I'm like really tired. My hand feels like it's gonna fall off. So I think what I'm gonna do is like go in for like at least like a half an hour break and then come back refreshed and work on this, finish this off and give you guys updates. Right after my last update, the book, I don't know why this happens to me. It just like went downhill completely. I think it just got progressively like worse. And it's giving me like the biggest ick right now. I can't take this seriously, but I'm just gonna go now, take a break from the book as well. And hopefully I can come back with a fresh mind and think better, I guess. I don't know. I'm not enjoying it anymore. I just want to get it done with. and that's not a good feeling. It's been a few hours. The 30 minutes kind of lasted longer than I thought they would. I'm back and it's time to start stitching this thing. I think I'll be pulling an all-nighter because my 30 minutes, they don't last for 30 minutes, they last for 3 hours. And that's on me. It's time to get stitching, I guess. I don't know. I'm not excited. I'm just tired. Bye. Guys, guess who finished the book? I just stopped doing this to my sleep schedule right now. It's almost 3. It's literally 3. But anyway, I haven't fully finished this. I've just stitched the pieces up. I'm gonna have to attach these like little details in. But right now, I just want to go to bed. I don't really have a book to listen to now because the book is done. I'm fully done listening to it. It's over. Hopefully, I'll come in like morning, maybe in a couple of days and show you my progress. I don't really know. I'll see you. Hi guys. So it's been a while since I updated the vlog. It is currently January 18th. It's a Thursday. I don't even know what I've been up to. I've just been busy the past couple of days. So I didn't come in to give my final thoughts on our previous book. But it's currently day 4 of reading 5 library books to get ahead of my Goodreads goal. It took me a second to process that. But the thing is, last book I read, it was good. It was a little cliched. It was a little cringy. It wasn't bad. It was just a little... It was like a palate cleanser. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like absolutely love it. And I'm not going to be thinking about it every day. But it was a fun read. So I believe I'd give it like a 3 stars. And like it's been such a long time since I read it at this point. It's been over a week, I think. Something like that. Or it's been a week. I'm losing track of time. But the point is, it's been some time since I read it, so I've literally forgotten. But yeah, like I said, it was a fun read. Something you can just read in the middle of other like more brain-powered reads like fantasies or something, which I really want to get into that. But then I ended up actually going to my physical school library and I picked out another book for us to read, just called True Believer by Nicholas Sparks. There's a sticker here, so you don't have to look at it. I'm going to cover it up because I'm doing a public service. The point is, I've read this far in, as you can tell. I've read all of this and this is what's remaining. And I just wanted to come into update to say that I wish I DNF'd this book at the 20-page mark. I hate it. I don't think I've hated a book as much or as strongly as I'm hating this one specifically. I'm not vibing with it. Hold on. Yeah. I'm not vibing with it. I don't understand the point of it. Okay, let me explain it to you. The cover is beautiful without the sticker. About this guy called Jeremy Marsh. Hold on, I forgot. Okay, so he's a science journalist and essentially what he's trying to... Or he does these things when he like debunks mysteries and stuff like ghost stories that, you know, people just don't believe and he like finds a scientific solution to it. So he's exposed like a bunch of frauds and stuff. And one day he gets this letter in the mail saying that there's this little like southern small town or something called Bone Creek or something like that. Boone Creek, North Carolina. And he should go there to investigate this phenomenon which is happening at their graveyard, I think it is, at their cemetery, wherein there are all these like blinking lights coming in around midnight in the cold winter days. And the people think it's the like ghosts or whatever of the dead people. And there's this like whole legend in the town surrounding it. And he's just supposed to come in to debunk that if he wants to. And he wants to kind of, you know, use it to get ahead of his career, whatever, get further on in there. So he goes down to the town, he meets a woman called Lexi, and she's the librarian, something like that. And they hate each other, but then they start hitting it off, and he's trying to solve the mystery. It's kind of like murder mystery, romance, and it's kind of, at the beginning it was giving me Indigo Ridge, which I didn't really love that book very much. Book Talk loves it, I just didn't like it myself, not too much. But this is just like, I don't like it. I completely hate this book. I'd read Indigo Ridge over this any day. I feel like everything is just dragging out. These people, he is 37, she is 31. They behave like they're 14-year-olds. And that is very frustrating to me. They just don't behave their age. They do all these things. They're like teenagers in my head, okay? Because they're so annoying. They do all these like little things that ick the other one out. And also it's icking me out. And he actually said this one remark. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but he said one specific thing. And now in my head, I'm regarding him as a pure red flag. Not the fictional kind that we fall in love with. No, he's an actual red flag. I hate him so much. It was a very discriminatory remark. I don't understand the guts of this man. Because I mean, he is fictional, whatever. But he said this thing about women to a woman. And he did not see the like blaring alarms when he said it. I don't know. I've just been hating this book ever since that happened. I've been hating it since page 1 because it's just so boring and so slow. It took up to the 200-page mark, something like that, I believe. He actually went and saw the lights at the 200-page mark, and then after that, he thinks in like one look at the lights, and the next morning he's got the mystery figured out. Which, good for you, you're smart, but also what was the point? This book at the back, it was advertised as a like little ghost story thing, and it's like a mystery. I can read it out to you if you want. I'm just not in it, so I'm not going to. This is what it looks like if you want to pause the video and read it. I don't like it. It's so slow. I'm getting slumped out. This is my first Nicholas Sparks book, and I actually wanted to pick one of his books up randomly because I just had the like mood and urge to read something sad. Because actually, I ended up listening to the song Lie to Me by Five Sauce, which is like my favorite band ever. And lyrics to that song, okay, I heard it for the first time. I don't know how I didn't hear it before, but it came up on my shuffle. I was just like, wow. And then I needed something sad. So I was like, I'll go get a Nicholas Sparks book from the library. There was a very last minute. I heard the song on Monday morning, and then I went to the library Monday afternoon, found the book, took it, didn't look at Goodreads, nothing. I wish I did. I wish I took something else, because the one book I ended up picking out of his whole backlist that they had in the library was the first in a duology, because this has like an epilogue, like a big fat one, or not an epilogue, it's like a continuation to the story. It's got a happy ending, this one. I believe the second one doesn't, but this one, as far as I know, it's got a happy ending. And the way I went looking in for something sad and I'm getting something happy, this is just making me sad. I hate it. I think I said that like a million times already, and I had different expectations going into it, and I'm just so let down, because like I said, this is my first Nicholas Sparks book, and I think I'm just ready to be done with it and move on to something else and never pick one back up. So if you've ever read any of his books and if you ever have like good recommendations, I might consider it, but at the same time, I don't know if I will, because I'm just getting so slumped out. It's very off-putting. But I just wanted to come in and update that I'm doing this, and I read about 150 pages before I was not able to stand the book. So I started listening on audio, and then I started completing my art project, which I haven't submitted it yet, and that's probably not good for my grade, but at the same time, I just haven't been getting the time to do it. And I'm sorry if you can hear noises, but I'm trying to, clear the mess so I can show it to you. At this point, this is what my canvas looks like. I've attached it on the back, and this is what it looks like. I know it looks like a bit of a mess, but I kind of like the way it's turning out. All I need to do right now is attach these like tiny little things, so the eyes and stuff. And I don't know, I'm just gonna go do that, listen to the audiobook, finish it out. I've reached page 348 of a 400 page book. This one is 400. I know Goodreads says something different, but this copy is 400 pages. So I have about 50 pages left to go. I'm just gonna go finish it now, be done with it, thank God. I just don't want to deal with it anymore, because I have like a whole fun weekend ahead of me. School will cancel for tomorrow, don't even ask why. I just want to get this book done with, because tomorrow's Friday. I just don't want to be reading this. I want to pick something up. I want to read something different, so I'm gonna go finish it now, be done with it. I've been reading it all morning and I'm just so sick of it. I have like a headache from reading that, but I'm just ready to get it done with, so I think I'm gonna go do that. I wish I just DNF'd it, but it's for a video, so whatever. And I will see you guys hopefully in a bit. I'm just so tired of this book. The little things are annoying me. They're not sitting right with me. I'm actually going now. I do want to go listen to it or like read it physically, but I think I'm gonna have to. But I'll see you. Bye. Okay, hi guys. So it's been a little bit. I don't know when I last updated. It was like an hour ago, something like that. I don't really remember. But I finished the book. I know the bookmark is still in here. I was listening to the audiobook and I'm officially done with it now. I'm done with this book. Finally, I have some thoughts that I forgot to mention while I was originally speaking last time, so I'm here to give them to you. The fact that I was more connected to one side character and I felt really terrible for that one person only, and I was kind of not rooting for the main characters. I was just like so done with them. There's a lot. Also, the changing perspectives and the changing POVs, the way they randomly change, okay? There's one paragraph in someone's point of view and then it switches over and I'm just like, who are you talking about? Because like it's basically in almost everyone's perspective at this point, and it's just so confusing. This book made me feel dumb and I didn't enjoy it. And it's not fun when you feel stupid. I might actually be dumb, but this book made me feel so stupid reading it, and so I'm just done with it. Also the fact that it's supposed to be like focusing on the little like mystery in the town, and then it completely sidetracks and the answer is very simple. The ending, it was actually kind of nice. I was smiling in the last chapter, but that doesn't make up for the fact that I was like in pain reading the entire thing, and I was just like so ready to be done. Okay, I was reading another book while reading this. I was reading that on my Kindle and I kept reading like one chapter of this, going and reading like half of that. I'm not even joking, I needed that so I wouldn't completely like slump out, and I'm so grateful it's done. So that's the update for you. I think I'm gonna give this 2 stars. I just didn't like this book. Honestly, the year just started, but this might be one of my least favorite reads so far. I am very let down and disappointed. The ending was cute. The build up towards it, like I read 400 pages just to get to that one last chapter. I don't know. it wasn't for me. Might be your favorite book and I'm so sorry, but this book, it just wasn't for me. I don't get the Nicholas Sparks hype. It was a little confusing, but maybe I need to try out another couple of his books, before I finally make up my mind on it. I have figured that this has a sequel to it, and I did end up looking at spoiler reviews of it because I literally just do not care. I don't like the main characters. That one specific character, I wish he had more of a conclusive story at the end. He was mentioned and he got a happy ending too, I think. But I wish there was more of that, okay? But apart from that, this book, it fell a little flat for me, so that is the update. I think I'm just gonna wait until Monday now. I don't know if I feel like reading anything else after this. So I'm gonna wait till Monday when I go to the library again, and then we will pick something new or we'll pick something else. But I don't think I'm reading the sequel. I did look up spoiler reviews, like I said, and it's very sad. But at the same time, like I said, I just don't care. I might be emotionless, but that's just the way it is. And yeah, this book is done, finally. So I was listening to the audiobook, and just as I finished the audiobook, I finished my art project. This is what it turned out like, for anyone who cares. You probably don't, but I'm just happy that it's done, so I need to show it to you. I don't know yet if I want to add black lines around each shape. You can't see it, wait. Black lines around each shape and border it up just the way it is in the photo. And I'm kind of tired, and also I want to add a cloth backing to the back so it doesn't fall apart. So I'm going to leave this for now. I just want to go chill, So I'm going to go rot in my bed for the rest of the day, figure something out, and I'm just done with it. I'm happy. So I'll see you for day 5, the last day, when I finally get the last library book for this video. And until then, bye. So it's been 2 weeks since I came and updated this vlog because I just kept forgetting, and because I wasn't able to go to the library and get a book because it was closed and then things happened. But the point is, it's been 2 weeks since I came in and I finally got this book to read now. But the thing is, I was supposed to be updating today. I just didn't because I sat here and I binged this book in, I don't even know how long. I just sat all evening, and it's 3 a.m. right now, which is why I'm tired. I want to go sleep. But I sat and I finished this book. And I'm not okay. I was crying so hard. So if my voice, it sounds weird, it's because I was crying. I'm not okay. I will come and give you my final thoughts in the morning. I was gonna film an in-depth little reaction, but that just didn't happen because I just wanted to keep going, so I did. And I'm not disappointed. I'm just heartbroken, and that is not a fun feeling. I don't know. I will see you guys. Good night. Hi guys, so it's currently September. The last time I spoke anything for this video was I think back in January, and the reason I didn't come in and give you my elsewhere update in the same month was because the library actually ended up shutting down the school one for repairs and stuff, and then they opened back up in February. I read the book and then I had other things going on, and then I forgot the video even existed. But then now that I'm running out of videos to post because this week's original video wasn't ready, I went through my other pre-filmed content, found this, and I was just listen, it's been in my drafts too long, it needs to go out. So here I am to finally give you my thoughts on Elsewhere. I read it in a day, and when I tell you this book broke me, I truly mean it. I don't think I've cried harder to a book in this entire year. This book and another one I read called Second Chance Summer, these were the only two that I've pulled out tears like a baby from me, and the way I cried to these books has to be recorded somewhere because I feel like that is the most genuine form of emotion any book has ever removed from me, and it needs to be studied. So Gabrielle Zevin, she is popular, or the author of Elsewhere, she's popular for writing Tomorrow, Tomorrow and Tomorrow, and I want to read that book. I actually do have it on my physical TBR. At this point, I bought it after I read Elsewhere, a couple months later, because it was on sale, and I was just I love the author and her book so much, and that's what Elsewhere made me feel. So this book essentially follows this girl. I don't really remember her name. I think she was called Liz or something like that. I'm going to correct it if she wasn't. But if I'm correct, I remember her name after all these months, and that should mean something. She's about to turn 15 in a month or two, and then she actually gets into this little car accident. She gets run over and she ends up passing away. So now she's not going to be able to drive and grow up and do all these things that she wanted to. She's dead. So she goes to this place called Elsewhere. It's basically not heaven or hell. It's in the middle. It's like a place where any person who dies and passes away, be it an animal, be it a human, anyone, they end up going to Elsewhere and they essentially live their life out there. So because she made it to nearly 15 years on Earth, now she's going to start aging backward. So now instead of turning 16 next year, she's going to turn 14 in Elsewhere, and it's going to keep going back until she becomes 0 and she can finally get born and come back to Earth again. But then you follow along with her, realizing that she is no longer going to be able to live out all those hopes and dreams she had once upon a time from herself, or when she would become an adult. She now needs to go back in time and she needs to age backward and do all these things in the wrong order from what she originally wanted, and she's still dealing with the grief of actually losing everything she once had, because she wasn't really appreciative of it at the moment, but then now she's realizing what a dent it's caused in her now that she's lost it. So she's spending all this time grieving for the life she had back in Earth. She's trying to figure out how to get back there, but then it deals with grief so tenderly, and the way it's just expressed as an emotion, I'm not even joking. Gabrielle Zevin deserves multiple awards for this book itself, for the way it makes me feel, for the way it made one of my friends feel who recommended it to me. And I tell you, I was sobbing the entire time my mom came in on me. She told me to calm down, it's just a book. I felt that so thoroughly, because I kept reminding myself it's just pages I'm reading, but the way I felt Liz's emotions so deeply in my soul, I'm telling you, this book makes you feel. If you want a good cry, read it. But also the way it deals with grief, you need to be prepared mentally to be able to withstand it. There was this one scene with a sweater, that's all I'm gonna say. If you've read it, you know. I read that and I broke on the spot. I was crying for the next couple of hours and my voice was gone by the time I gave you my last little update in this video. And all of this is to say, Elsewhere was such an amazing book and I really recommend it. I feel like it easily falls in my top 5 reads of this year, and not so many books made it there, especially considering I read this at the beginning of the year and I still have such strong emotions about it. Originally, I gave it 4 stars when I read it, but I feel like this is like a 4.5. Who knows, if I think more about it and I want to reread it at some point, get my own copy and go over it again, I think I might. This has potential for a 5-star upon a reread. So this is my thoughts on Elsewhere. We ended up reading 5 library books in 5 days. We completed the challenge. At this point, I have finished my Goodreads goal. I actually finished in this video right here. And now I'm at like something in the 70s out of my goal of 50. So this video definitely helped me to get ahead of my goal and find amazing books like at the beginning and end of the video, like Mysterious Affairs, Styles, and Elsewhere. And throughout the video, I didn't have such great reads, but I think that's the beauty of reading. Not everyone feels the same way about the same book, and that's just the way it is. You're going to enjoy something, you're not going to enjoy something. Others might, they might not, and that's the beauty of it. So anyway, I don't want to get like too philosophical here. This is just me coming in to give you an outro before the video needs to go out. And hopefully, if you want to take something away from the video, pick up the first and last book I read in this video, Mysterious Affairs, Styles, and Elsewhere, because they were really good. Elsewhere broke me, like I said. I don't know what to keep saying about it because it was just so beautiful and it expresses life and form and meaning and so many other things in different ways. I remember I took photos of like actual pages in the book because of the way I felt so deeply. It feels like she took my thoughts out of my brain and documented it on paper in words in ways I could never express myself, and that is just such a truly beautiful art, and that's why I love reading. That's the end of today's reading vlog. I hope you guys had fun watching me do this. If you want another version of this, let me know. I'm always down to read some more. And that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Have a nice day and I'll see you. Bye.